I watched them. Saeed. Yes. Yeah, you're talking about the third video, right? The full, the 45-minute one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that as a third one. Sorry, I opened them backwards. I don't know why. When I opened them in my browser, I just clicked on it from the bottom up. I watched all that. I was gonna. Yeah. Yeah, you actually said that you would give us the homework assignment this weekend. Yes. Balance. Account information. Like pin. Like no, no. I meant like the pin, like the car. Right, 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 right. Yes, yes, yes. If you'd like to do something else. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's confusing though, but I think yeah, it's different in different ATMs and yeah, ATM side. Oh, PNC side. Yeah, PNC side. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, not even. You're right. Um, Machine will verify card. It locks your card. Uh, we're not there yet. You can't just put in the card and then we didn't enter the pin yet. That that's why I said it would verify the card. The- Like which bank is it? The bank? You can enter any bank card. So I apologize. Right, magnet. Yeah. Hmm. No, no. Machine prompted. Pin number. System will verify. mm, Oh, I apologize. User enter pin. Yes. 4. System will verify PIN. First homepage. Oh, user will select his transaction option. No, withdraw. Withdraw. Machine will prompt. Sorry, system will prompt dollar amount. Uh, System will prompt which account he would like to withdraw from. Right. Account. Yeah. That would be 7, right? So we're on 8 now. Okay. Um. No, no, no. User will enter amount. Oh, not yet. A system will prompt user how much for the amount. Yes. Yeah. Other amount. Select amount. System will prompt how he would like his bills or how user would like his bills. Not there yet. Yes. All right. 5s. Oh, there's no 5s. Right, right, right. Yeah, so it'd be 20. 20. It would say check balance or with deposit check. No, no, it would prompt you other options that it can do. Yes. System will dispense the amount. User will remove dispensed amount. No, no. System will prompt you if you'd like to do anything else. System will log user out. System will log user out. Huh. Good goodbye message. System will log user out. Oh yeah, forgot about receipts. Yeah, sure. You can hear me? Okay. User enters ATM card pin. Number 2, system validates pin. Number 3, system provides transaction options. Number 4, user selects withdraw option. Number 5, system displays withdrawal pre-selected amount. Number 6, user selects amount. Number 7, system will validate transaction amount. Number 8, system will dispense the amount. Number 9, system will ask for other transaction. Number 10, user will select no. Number 11, system will ask for receipt. Number 12, user will select yes. System will print receipt. Number 14, user will collect receipt. Number 15, system eject the ATM card and will display thank you message. I don't I don't remember that one either. I don't remember that one. If anyone has issues with Excel or Word, if you open up Gmail, it's actually built in. I don't know if anyone knows that, but you can use Excel and Word through Google. Just a little tip. We do. It's 30 weeks. It's We can take a break now. Okay.
Hey guys, everybody back?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here. I don't know about everyone.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir. All right.
we're back.
Back. Back for more. Yes. All right. Okay. So, any questions on the homework assignment before we move on? Speak now or forever hold your truth. Everybody good? Everybody got that email, right? Don't tell me you don't have the email. All right. Let's get started. Okay. So now that your foundations are in place, the rest of these should go faster. Okay, that's what I always tell, and that's what always happens. We spend a lot of time getting the foundations strong. You should have your foundation strong. You've got to keep working on it, right? Um, you know your traditional waterfall, you know your agile methodology, you know. Let's get started now. All right. So, what are the BA roles and responsibility? BA typically performs a liaison function between the business side of an enterprise and the information technology department or any external service providers, right? The BA professional will identify and understands the problems as well as the impacts of the solution on the organization's business. This is a key position between your project managers as well as your system developers. The understanding is that the BA should be capable of walking into any business area and he should be able to elicit the business requirements completely, accurately, consistently, regardless of the amount of experience he or she may have in that subject area, regardless of the years of IT experience. As long as you are asking the right questions, you have those good documentation skills, you have the good analysis skills, you will get and document it correctly. Okay. Core responsibilities in the SDLC? Well, in the planning and the initiation phase, all right, please send me the email. Farid, why are you chatting with me? Why didn't you say something when I was asking? Stay at the end of the class, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's because my mic was not working properly. So
All right. Did you miss the class? Did you send me an email? No, right?
no, just I didn't receive the document.
But
The
you sent me
email.
an email requesting the document?
Okay, okay, of course. Thank
All
you.
right. Stay with me at the end.
Okay.
During the initial and in its planning stage, no specific role for a BA, only and only if the PM will involve you. Of course, the deliverables are the project charter and the scope and the vision document. The analysis phase, of course, is our major role. That is our bread and butter, and we'll be producing those BRDs, those FRDs, FSDs, right? During the design stage, again, you will be responsible for providing all the clarification that is required by the design team, the architects, the tech leads, and the output is the TDD, technical design document. During the development stage, again, you will be providing requirements clarifications as well as you will be preparing for the testing, right? And the output of the development stage, of course, is the code, as well as we will be doing dev testing, all right? Then the official round of testing begins, the integration testing, QA, right, UAT, right? Here you're going to be playing the role of a testing liaison between the testing teams, be it the QA team or the UAT team, and the development team. As the testing teams are going ahead and executing their test cases, they're raising defects. You've got to be able to triage them, look at them, work with the development team, make sure the development team is, addressing those defects in a timely manner. You'll be verifying those defects in the development stage as part of your dev testing and then pushing them forward, right? And then we go to the last step, which is the deployment of our application or the release stage. And here you're going to be basically, you're going to have your project deployment documents, the release plans, and all that other good stuff. Any questions here, guys? Nothing new. You should know all of this. We've discussed this in detail. All right. Core responsibilities continuing. So during the project initiation as well as the analysis stages, you will help and assist in the feasibility study. You will get to know your stakeholders. You will be putting together high-level process flow diagrams, putting those BRDs, FRDs together. You will be liaisoning with the manager. During the design and development stage, you will be working with the design team to come up with a design solution. You will provide clarifications to the technology teams on the requirements. You might be observing the development process as well as reporting on the development process to the PM. And you will provide training and knowledge transfer to the technical team in the form of those BRDs and FRDs, your requirements documents. Any questions here? All right. During testing cycles, you will be providing training to the testing team because you should have already been doing dev testing, right? You will help them with their test documents. You may assist and manage the user's acceptance testing, UAT. You will be liaisoning with the testing team. During the implementation or deployment stage, the last stage, you will help with the liaisoning with the client, the implementation teams. You might even be asked to provide training to the end users. You might even be asked to put together those user documents, those user manuals, right? We talked about all of this. Any questions, guys?
Provide training to the testing team. What kind of training we are talking about?
Walkthroughs on the application, giving them access, making sure they're aware of what are all the areas and stuff like that.
Okay. So training plus coordination and everything.
Yes,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
sure. Remember, you should have already been testing this in the development stage, right? So you can give the testing team demos of the application, how it's working, what it's supposed to be doing, right? So that
Yes.
they have a clear understanding of what they need to do, which is test area, different areas and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So throughout the entire project, you'll be working as a central interpreter, right? You will liaison with different departments, different clients. You will collect and specify the requirements. You will review and trace the requirements through the implementation, right? Using what? What do we use to trace the requirements?
Traceability metrics.
Traceability matrix, the requirements traceability matrix, the RTM.
Yeah.
You will analyze and map the processes. In other words, you will be conducting what they call current state versus future state analysis. Also, they call this gap analysis. What is the gap between the current state versus the future state? And from your gap analysis comes your requirements, right? You will produce those high quality documentation, aka your BRDs, your FRDs. You will report the statuses and issues to the project manager. Remember, you work for the project manager, so he might use you for reporting and tracking purposes. And you will contribute to the overall enterprise architecture development from a business point of view, right? The business point of view are your requirements documents, right? That's what hosts all the business needs and the business requirements and the functional requirements, functional specifications. Any questions here, guys? All right. Excuse me. So, understanding the need and the goal, the more energy and effort a business analyst will spend in understanding the business needs, the more successful the project and ultimately the business analyst himself will be, right? The business needs will ultimately drive what the project is trying to accomplish. You will be looking at the goals of the organization or the business units. You may be calling out pain points or gaps in the current business process by working with the business stakeholders. You will help identify the root causes of any business problems that they are currently facing. You might even be involved in analyzing the cost versus the benefits of the current solution compared to any other alternatives. This will, of course, happen with the help of the technology team. The needs may be clearly stated in a list of goals or a problem statement, or the BA will need to uncover that. What is the document that holds the business needs and the business goals? What is that called?
Scope and vision.
Scope and vision document. Very good. If you don't find a scope and a vision, you should be looking for the what? What's the other
BRD.
document of the?
BRD,
No,
BBRD.
no,
the company's profile.
no. Company's profile.
Project charter. Project charter.
Project charter, company's profile. What the hell? I mean, company's profile, you can log in to their website and see it. What does that tell you? The business goals and needs?
No.
That's at the damn company level, man. You're working at a department inside the company, right? Take the time to understand the goals of the business. By understanding these goals, you'll be able to see how you can align your project priorities, your business requirements, your objectives to support these business needs. You will be using techniques such as we talked about the gap analysis, root cause analysis, cost benefit analysis, right? As we said, gap analysis is identifying the current state, identifying what the future state should be, and the gap between that, right? That's a gap analysis, current state versus future state analysis. Root cause analysis, trying to identify what are the problems business is facing and what are the underlying root causes of this failure. You understand? And how can we resolve this problem? Cost and benefit, as we said, that is with the technology team. You know, what is the cost of this project? What are the benefits we're looking to gain? And you do the analysis against that. You might even be asked to do the, 5-year spreads and other things as such. Any questions here, guys? All right.
Like we will be making like a cost budget plan for like next 5 years. What will be the
That is typically the responsibility of the PM, was there? But who works for the PM?
project? Us, BR,
You, the BA,
BA.
right? So if he's going to leverage you, he may leverage you to do this also. Got it?
Okay. So
That's why you need to know the entire Microsoft suite inside out. You understand? You need to know Word, you need to know Excel, you need to know PowerPoint, right? MS Project, right? Because he may ask you to put graphs, charts, this, that, whatever he asks you to do, you got to be able to do it.
Okay.
You
Like
understand?
yeah, if in an analysis, like in cost, like we have to like in depth
You
analysis,
will
like
work with dev because they will give you the cost, right?
yep.
But the projections and stuff you'll be gathering, you're going to be working with technology, they'll be giving you this information. You need to convert that information into a visual outlook, right?
Okay.
Which is like turn it into a
Spreadsheet,
slide,
yeah,
sheets,
and a
right?
spreadsheet and a graph
Yeah, graphs,
projections.
do those analysis, right?
Okay.
If your PM tells you, I want like a graph to show this, then you need to be able to put that, right? And the way you're going to put that is by taking it in an Excel, plotting it in the Excel, and then converting it into a graph, a pie chart, whatever he may ask you to do, right?
Yes, correct.
Right? So you got to be ready for that. That's why I said you guys better learn how to use Excel and PowerPoint and all of that fun tools. Creating a plan. So every good BA will start every project by putting a plan together for his or her approach. The successful BA will allot a lot of time for planning how they will measure the requirements, how they will communicate with the stakeholders, how they will be measuring the benefits of the solution. It always begins with number one, doing your stakeholder analysis, identifying who your key stakeholders are, business or technology, getting to know your stakeholders and familiarizing yourself with their needs. This will make your job a lot easier. It will also promote effective communication, be it major or minor. Examples of minor communication: sending an email, phone call, IM, instant messaging, right? Major communication, having meetings, chat sessions, joint application development sessions, right? Video conferencing, right? Workshops. These are all major forms of communication. Everybody clear? Requirements management and planning. Be sure to create a plan of how you'll organize and structure the requirements related activities, right? That's one of the main reasons why we, give unique identifications to our key business requirements, right? That whole grouping system, KBR1, KBR 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, 2.1.2, right? That is the whole organization and structuring of your requirements. Got it? And communication plan. This is an integral part and devours a huge chunk of your business analysis time. It is a very good idea to create a communication plan and strategy for each project. It all starts off by identifying the stakeholders. Where are the stakeholders located, right? And will you be doing a lot of video conferencing? Will you be doing in-person conferencing? Now everything is, of course, online because we are not going to the office, although we will be going to the office soon. The return to office plans are kicking in right now in March. So people have started to go back to the office. Of course, we won't be going back to the office on, say, 100% basis, but I know people that are already doing 40 to 60% back to the office, meaning going to the office 2 days or 3 days a week.
So I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so regarding these meetings and with stakeholder information, like for example, if we have a client name, for example, just a Google, we collect the information they want to develop some app, gather the information, and where exactly we do our meetings. Should we do in Google Office or should we do in our office? Like,
Wherever the meeting is set, buddy. Wherever the meeting is set, wherever the stakeholders are, right?
okay,
Typically, the BA will go to the business stakeholders, right? So if your business side is Google, you're going to
yeah,
be going to the Google,
okay,
right?
so we
If
collect the
you're
information.
working for, say, Tata Consulting, right?
Yeah,
TCS, you're not going to be calling them to the TCS office. You're going to go where the client sits, right?
okay, okay.
Right?
Now, once the information is gathered, now we have to go to our team, like a design team,
So how
and
do you
give the
know the
information.
design team is from TCS?
Okay,
It could be, right? Or it could be, they just brought you as the business analyst, you know, the development team is coming from Infosys.
yeah,
Could
we
be,
just like I'm saying, the third party, maybe third
could
party or
be,
something else. Yeah,
could be. It could be Google themselves are doing it. They just brought you in to be a business analyst, right?
okay,
Right? So you're a consultant to Google.
okay. So I collect the information and then I pass the information to the next team, like make a story.
You make the stories. What do you mean make a
Yes,
story?
I mean I make a story and then I pass the
You're
information
going to
to.
be working with the team, right?
Yes,
If you're doing
correct.
agile, you're all co-located, right?
Okay,
So when
so
they
yeah,
have
I'm
any
just
questions or anything like that, you're the one answering them, right?
yeah. So I'm just asking like where the everybody will be meeting up, like in the
Well, right now
stakeholder.
it's all remote, right?
Yeah,
But if, wherever the hell your agile team sits,
okay,
right now we've learned how to be remote. So we do a lot of stuff through Teams, through WebExes, through Zooms, right?
okay,
Right? So everybody's online doing their stuff and coordinating, collaborating, and everything online, right?
okay, got
In
it.
the previously, it used to be in the office, right? Wherever the agile team is sitting.
And do we have a like who will be selecting those team members in Agile? Like,
Not you.
yeah, I'm just like who will be like designers and everybody, like a project
It's a
management.
BA or team. It's a small team, right?
Yeah,
It's a fully collaborative team, right? So the scrum master, the product owner, you could be the product owner. It's going to be put together with a bunch of technology folks, right?
yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea like how it's actually like physically if I go over there, how it
Yeah,
actually.
they'll tell you this is this person, this is this person. It's part of your stakeholder identification, right?
Okay, got it,
They're going to tell you this is this person, this is this person, this is this person. Do a quick introduction of the team. You should note that down, and voila, there's your team.
yeah. Okay, got it, yeah. That makes
They're
more
not
sense
putting the
now.
team together,
Okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
right? It's going to be the scrum master that will take care of that. Or they'll have different people, there may be a project manager on the outside, not part of the agile team, but you know, he'll be responsible for putting the resources together, right? You will not be putting the resources together, rest assured.
Okay, thank you.
You will be one of the resources that is put together by the PM. All right. Okay. Any questions? Other questions on this? All right. eliciting and managing the details. So it is your job as a business analyst to discover, draw out, detail, review, and document any and all requirements and review them again and carefully manage them as increasing number of requirements are uncovered. There are multiple requirement gathering techniques or elicitation techniques. Some of them are listed here: brainstorming, interviews, surveys, workshops, document analysis, right? These each have individual slides. They're part of session number 4 on the slide sessions. Okay, we're going to be talking about them.
I have a question.
Yes, Mohammed.
You might have covered this already, but if we are a midway project and we realize that we have maybe we didn't know every detail about something about a project, who do we ask? Do we ask the product owner or the project manager or who?
Well, first question, what kind of project are you working on?
Uh, for example, we are constructing a house, but we didn't ask
No, what kind of project? Is it a standard project or is it an agile project?
agile project.
And there is no project sponsor. You have to go talk to the product owner. What if you yourself are the product owner? Now what?
All right, yeah.
What
And
do you
what
mean?
if
Yeah.
it's a
What are
standard
you gonna
project?
do?
You have to go to stakeholder.
Now you have to go to the business stakeholders. You understand?
Okay, got it.
So if not, go talk to the scrum master.
Okay, so so if it's a standard, then we go to the stakeholders. If it's
Business
agile,
stakeholders,
then
right?
we
What is the problem related, right? You got to figure that out. And who's the associated, right? Business stakeholder. Who is the SME? You have to go to the SMEs. Requirements come from the SMEs, right? Your job is just to gather them, analyze them. If you have questions, go back to the SMEs to ask,
okay, got it. Thank you.
right? Sure. Categorize the requirements. This will help you stay organized as you gather and manage and add new requirements. Of course, not all requirements are equal, urgent, and valuable, right? You need to define a formal process for reviewing the requirements. This will help you present the requirements to the right stakeholders at the right time and be able to get their approval, right? Their sign off. We talked about that, right? Our BRDs get signed off, our FRD gets signed off. Even the user stories in Agile will be reviewed and accepted by the business stakeholders, right? Analyzing the solution. All right. You need to be able to understand how the solution is meeting those business needs, right? Have frequent checks and communicate your findings to the team leads to have a successful implementation. It is important to go ahead and analyze the solution at key checkpoints in the project lifecycle, right? Of course, you will be expected to analyze the decisions, review the impacts of any changes, change request process, right? We talked about that, as well as participate in the testing before the final product is implemented or goes live. Any of these activities or others throughout the project will certainly challenge you to reanalyze your solution, right? So that is another reason why we get change requests, right? When more and more people analyze things, they may ask questions which may result in changes, right? Acceptance criteria. So it is your part as a BA to help everyone stay on track by continually refining, defining, and communicating the acceptance standards. Impact analysis. We talked about this also. We talked about impact analysis when we talked about change requests. So impact analysis is a process of discovering in advance the impacts, be them positive or negative, of a solution or a course of action, right? So when we get change requests, the first thing we do on a change request is impact analysis, right? And we did this with you guys in the class, right? We said that, the analysis impact is this, the design impact is this, the development impact is this, the testing impact is this, right? And then we summed that all up, correct? We did that with you guys, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And then once the impact analysis was identified, we provided this information to our project manager, right? And the project manager then started to conduct a feasibility analysis. Is it feasible to do these changes depending on the time we have, depending on the resources we have, depending on the budget we were provided, right? And after his feasibility analysis, he will take these findings to the business stakeholders, right? And we will have a discussion with the business stakeholders saying that if you want these changes, it will cost you this, the time impact will be this, the resource impact will be this, right? And are you okay with that? If they are, we prioritize those changes. If they're not, we have further discussions with them. They may ask us, what if I remove this? What if I do this? What if I do that? What if I do that? There's discussions that happen on these changes that come in. That is why we put together the change impact, right? And we have organizations like CMO, Change Management Office, or CCB, Change Control Board, or we may have a Change Advisory Board, CAB. You understand? Different companies have different names for this particular process. Everybody clear?
Yes.
All right. Knowledge transfer. So knowledge transfer actually commonly refers to as KT, doing a KT. K stands for knowledge, T stands for transfer. It's written backwards here. But sentence-wise, transferring the knowledge makes sense. But the process, we call it KT, knowledge transfer, KT. So whenever you're coming into a project, you will get KT. You will get a knowledge transfer telling you, okay, what's going on, who's who. You get all this knowledge put into you, right? And if you are moving out of a project, then you are the one that will be typically giving KT to the person that is coming in, replacing you or taking your responsibilities over. Got it? So either you can receive KT or you can give KT. Receive knowledge or give knowledge. Got it? So knowledge transfer is to ensure that everyone understands all the requirements too, at least well enough to go ahead and build, test, implement, and start using the solution. We will be giving the knowledge transfer in the form of our requirements documents. This will put the requirements before the users, the stakeholders, and the solution developers in a tangible format. Of course, you need to choose the right format for the information depending on what kind of project you're doing, right? Textual documents, you may have like BRDs, FRDs, you may have process flow diagrams in there. You may be doing use cases or developing use cases, right? We're going to be talking about that. Or you may be putting together user stories, if you're doing an agile project, right? These all will give clear and visual representation of your requirements. And at the end of the day, you're going to be doing a requirements walkthrough where you're going to be walking through the requirements together with all the key business stakeholders as well as technology stakeholders so that everyone can arrive at a common consent understanding and can create a baseline for evaluating any kind of changes as well as identifying their impacts, going forward. Everybody clear?
Yes.
All right. So each one of these things you're going to be learning. So far, you've only learned about user stories, right? There are things about use cases, things about process diagrams. This is UML. And of course, we're going to be covering the BRD and the FRD templates also. All right. So here is a diagram quickly describing you how the process works. You start off by number one, understanding the business needs, right? In other words, figure out what business really needs. Then you need to put together a plan, organize the work in a responsible way. You start to elicit and manage the details. In other words, get to the nitty gritty, get to the bottom. Then start to analyze the solution. Make sure that the solution that you're coming up with is the right one. In other words, it's meeting the business needs. And then you transfer this knowledge in the form of your presenting the requirements in a meaningful way, meaning your BRDs, your FRDs, your user stories, whatever the case may be. Everybody clear? Any questions, guys? All right, that completes session number 2. As I said, these sessions go faster because you've already built your bases. This should be not new information coming to you, right? Everybody agree?
Yes.
Right? All right, let's quickly do a quick exercise. Okay. So we're going to do a quick exercise of planning. So let's say you're my BAs, right? I'm your PM. And I tell you guys, hey guys, we have 2 months to complete the BRD. What do we have?
2 months.
Do what?
BRD.
2 months.
To complete a BRD.
2 months to complete the BRD. Speak to me in full sentences. Again, what do we have?
We have 2
2
months to
months to
complete the
complete the
BRD.
BRD.
Good. Question to you. Does that mean that I need to deliver the document in 2 months, or do I need to have the document approved and signed off in 2 months?
The document approved and signed off in 2 months.
Very good. Okay. So now let's talk about this. Let's put a plan together. How many weeks do we have in 2 months?
8.
8.
8 weeks.
We have
8 weeks.
8 weeks to complete this job. Agreed? All right. So let's put the steps together to meeting our goal. All right. To meet our goal, number one, we need to develop our BRD. Agreed? So
Yes.
step one is to develop the BRD. Step two would be to get the BRD reviewed and approved. Everybody agree? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Step one, get the document ready. Step two, get the document approved. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right. So you got 8 weeks. How you want to divide this? Between step one and step two. What do you think?
So
We
maybe
can break into subtasks like in
All right. Very good of them. All right. So give me the subtask one. So one was getting the document ready, right?
Yes.
What is 1A?
What the purpose of the BRD or the
What is the
goal?
purpose of the BRD? You don't know what the purpose of the BRD is, Ozair. What the hell you been doing here for the last 3 weeks, man?
I mean, like the goal, what we are achieving it.
What do you mean what the goal is achieving? The goal is to get the document done.
Yeah, so we have
You
to
didn't
write
know
like
that? What kind of question are you asking me? I'm your PM, right? That's the kind of question you're going to ask me.
no.
So coming back to our main question, step one was what? Getting the document? Getting the document what?
Document ready.
Getting the document ready. You guys better write step one is getting the document ready. To get the document ready, what do I need to do? Step 1A. What is 1A? Man, what is your job, guys?
Gather information.
Analyze the
What the
requirements.
hell is this information? Gather the requirements, right?
Yes.
So what do you think 1A is?
Requirement.
Gather the requirements, right? All right. What is 1B? What the hell do you do after you've gathered the requirements?
Design.
Allahu Akbar. No, man. What was the name of the phase again? Remind me.
Analyze.
Requirement what?
Gathering and analysis phase.
So what's the second one?
Requirement gathering and analysis.
And so what is the second piece of that?
Analysis phase.
Analysis. You plan on doing analysis? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So what do you think
Yeah.
1B
Yeah.
is?
Analysis.
Analyze the requirements.
Analysis on what you have gathered, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So out of your analysis, most probably questions will come out, right?
Yes.
What do you do with these questions?
You either talk to the product owner or the project manager regarding it.
We're doing this in a traditional, so there is no product owner, right? Because you're putting a BRD together. So forget agile for now.
Yes.
So you're going to take these questions and you're going to go back to the
Stakeholder.
SMEs, right? Business stakeholders is SMEs, and you're going to get those answered. Then when you come back, what are you going to do on those answers?
Requirement.
More analysis.
More analysis. Yeah. Part B.
Right?
Dot 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are bouncing between 1A and 1B back and forth. You understand that?
Yes.
Right? Hopefully, some stage you will start 1C. And what is 1C?
Complete the analysis.
No,
Document the analysis.
document it.
Document analysis. Yeah.
Document the requirements, right? So you gather the
Yeah, document.
requirements, you analyze the requirements. Now the last thing to do is document them. But you shouldn't be documenting them when your requirements are so shallow. You understand? You got it? So you should get to a point of level. Now, as part of documenting it, documenting is not simple, right? You may be putting diagrams together, you may be putting charts together, right? Yes?
Yes.
All right. So 1A was gather the requirements. 1B is
Analysis.
analyze the requirements. 1C is
Document
document the requirements, right?
Requirements. Yeah.
And then there's a 1D also, which is review
Reviewing
the
the
requirements yourself, self-review, right? Make sure your document looks fine. It doesn't have gaps. It doesn't have things, right? The grammar is correct. It doesn't have spelling mistakes. It doesn't have all of this other crap, right? Everybody agree?
Yes.
Yep.
Now, after doing all four of these things, what has happened? Document
Gather
is
the information.
ready.
Ready.
Has it been reviewed and approved? No.
No, it has
yet.
been
No,
reviewed
it
but not
hasn't.
approved.
So let's go to step 2, which is getting the document reviewed and approved. Do you think we only do one review? No. Right? So we should try to put a process together for the review and approval. So 2A would be a P2P review. What is a P2P? Huh? Papa to Papa?
Peer to peer.
Peer to peer review. All right, good. So who's a peer to you?
Project manager?
Project manager is your peer.
No.
Then who's your
Estimate?
manager? How are you calling your manager your peer, man? Do you know what your
The
peer is?
SMEs. SMEs would
SMEs are
be
not your peers, man.
The people we are working with, like in our team.
Okay. Who else reports to the PM? Who else besides you reports to the project manager? Maybe another BA, right?
Yeah, maybe.
What about the tech lead?
Yeah, he is also reporting to be a
So the tech lead is who? He's your
peer.
peer. What about the other BA? He could also be your peer, right?
Yeah.
There could be
Yeah.
another tech lead who is another peer, right?
That's correct.
You guys got it? You better guys not forget the damn project structure, man. Right? So have these guys do a review. At the end of the day, isn't the tech lead going to be consuming these requirements?
class now.
Okay, who's not on mute and having a sidebar conversation about being in class? So they are your peers, right? So the peer-to-peer review can be done with them. Have them send him a copy. Tell him, hey man, can you read this? Let me know if this sounds right. Do you have any questions? So out of any review, what do we get? We get
Feedback.
feedback. What are we going to do with the feedback? Throw it in the garbage?
No.
No. We will update the document, right?
Yeah, revise the document, update.
And update the document. So that's how the document versioning happens, right? We may have started with a version 1.0, 1.2, 1.1, 1.2. The 2 went for a review. We got feedback. Now it's 1.3. You understand what's going on?
Yes.
That's called version control. Okay. So that was 2A. What do you think is 2B? Or not 2B? No, 2B. What is 2B?
To see feedback? No.
No. Feedback will come from 1A only. I mean 2A only.
Okay. This was part of
2B
it.
is the second review. Who do you think you're going to do the second review with? It is called internal review. Who do you think you're going to do your internal review with? The PM, guys, the PM.
Okay.
The one you work for. What happens if you go to the third one, which is the business review, and your document looks like crap?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to hear it besides you?
The PM.
The PM. And what do you think is going to happen when you come out of that meeting? Where do you think you're going to be headed to?
Home.
No, not home. The PM's office, okay? Home. Home. I gotta catch the 5 o'clock train. No, you're gonna be headed to the PM's office. And then the PM is gonna, give you hell. You understand? So to avoid this, what should you be doing? You should be doing a review with him, which is
Yes.
called the internal review with your manager. Okay? So 2A is a peer-to-peer review, and 2B is a internal review, and 2C is the business walkthrough.
Okay.
Business walkthrough. In the business walkthrough, everybody will be there. Not just your reviewers as well as your approvers, meaning your architect may be there, your tech leads may be there, your PM will be there, the SMEs will be there, the test manager will be there, because they all will be consuming your document. You understand? They all are interested in knowing what are the requirements that you have been tasked to collect and document. You got it? Now, if you can't get a peer-to-peer review done, at a minimum, get the internal review done. You understand? Because you don't want to go to that big party without having the document first looked at by your manager. You understand? Everybody clear?
Yes.
Right? And then you can go to the big party, which is the business walkthrough. So now the question comes, you've got all the steps of 1, which is getting the document ready, and you have all the steps for number 2, which is getting the document approved. Agreed? Reviewed and approved. How do you want to divide the 8 weeks? Let's go, guys. Take a guess.
Yeah. For 1 week, we can do for BERD.
Say that again, Jose.
I mean, like just for 1 week.
All right, Jose, how many weeks do you have in total to get all of this shit done?
Oh, sorry, it is 8 weeks. Sorry, yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, forgot it.
You're killing me, Jose. You're killing me, man.
No, sorry, I write it wrong. Yeah.
You guys got to work on your attention, guys. You guys got to work on understanding what's going on. As BAs, you got to have eyes 360 degrees around you. You understand that? And you got to have ears like the Doberman. You know the Doberman dog? You got to be a attack dog as a BA, okay? You should smell those requirements coming from a mile away. All right. So you got 8 weeks. Let's divide the 8 weeks into 6 weeks for number 1 and 2 weeks for number 2. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
typically 70, 30, 75, 25 kind of split. Got it? Spend 75% of the time getting the document ready and about 25% of the time getting the document reviewed and approved. Got it? So let's start. Week 1, you're going to start doing what?
Gathering requirement.
It's going to start gathering the requirements, right? Great.
Yes.
And how many weeks of the 6 weeks do you think you should be spending gathering the requirements?
Well, considering because it's an ongoing thing with the
Uh-huh.
which is the analysis of requirements, I think the longest time would be first A and B step.
Correct. So A and B will go hand in hand. Agreed. Right?
So I
So
would say
how many weeks do you
3
think you
weeks,
should pull that to?
2
How many?
weeks.
3 weeks,
No, keep going.
4 weeks.
At least. Might even go to a fifth. So week 1 through 4 or week 1 through 5, you will be busy gathering requirements. And while you're doing that, of course, you are analyzing also. Right? When do you think you should start documenting?
Once the gathering is complete and analysis is complete.
So what, you're going to wait till week 5 to do that?
We can work on simultaneously, like whatever the
Day
information.
1, everything he says, you put it directly into the BRD. Is that your plan, Uzair?
No.
Okay, so it's not
So
simultaneously.
because
Yes.
with every requirement, as soon
Uh-huh.
as the SME gives a thumbs up, you basically document it.
No, no. As you are gathering the requirements, you are analyzing it, right? Then you're going back to him, right? Asking more questions. As you start to clarify the requirements, right? You may be converting this into a process flow diagram, into some charts, into some verbiage. You will want to get that into the document, a better, cleaner version. You understand? So probably documentation will probably start somewhere around the 3rd week. You understand? Before that, the notes will be there, right? You would have been sending minutes of the meeting and you'll have all this correspondence going back and forth, right? But it won't be sitting in the BRD yet. You understand? So probably 2nd week, 3rd week, you'll start putting this stuff into the BRD. You understand? And that will go all the way through probably the 6th week. And in the 6th week, you should also be doing the self-review.
Yeah.
Everybody clear? Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now we come to week number
7.
7.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
7 you should reserve for what?
Peer meeting.
The peer meeting as well as the
PM.
PM meeting. Both. You should be able to knock both of those out within a week. Remember, they're your team members, right? So getting a hold of them, getting their feedback shouldn't take too long, right? And then in week number 8, you should be planning the
Business walkthrough.
business walkthrough. So by the end of the
Business
8th week,
walkthrough.
right, at least you can tell your PM that, look, the business walkthrough is already completed. All I'm doing is waiting for the feedback. You got it?
Yes.
You're gonna be okay. Maybe you didn't wrap the things up in 8 weeks. Maybe you'll wrap it up in 9, right? As soon as you get the feedback. But at least the document was done, the walkthrough was done. All you're doing is chasing them down. And you can put pressure on these guys saying that, look, the BRD sign off was scheduled for the end of the 8th week. Guys, if by the 9th week we don't get your feedback and your sign off, this project will go amber. You understand? Your PM can push pressure on them then to give the sign off. Understood? But if by the 8th week you have not even completed your document, you're still gathering the requirements, we are in trouble. As soon as you start doing this, let's say You remember our mobile application?
Yes.
How many modules did we have in our mobile application? How many key business requirements were there? How many KBRs? Come on. How do you guys forget
5.
these so far? It's 5.
Yeah.
What were they? KBR1 was?
Login,
KBR2?
Yeah.
account reporting,
KBR3?
transfer or
KBR,
transaction,
transfer,
KBR4?
transaction,
bill pay,
bill pay,
KBR5?
customer
customer service.
How do you forget these so fast? How can you guys not answer these questions? This was like last week, right?
Yeah.
Guys, you got to work on your retention. Do you guys like go from like one weekend to the next weekend without looking at anything? Boys and girls, you're going to have a really hard time with the evaluation if you're not going back and revisiting it. Remember, we are studying a lot of stuff and there's a lot of information that's being shared between you and me. And if you're going to sleep on this during the weekdays, when it comes time for evaluation, you will be bombing it. And if you bomb your evaluation, you're not going to start your marketing. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to put you in front of my clients when you can't speak to anything that might be on your resume. Okay. All right. So if that's the case, let's say this is the mobile app we want to develop and I gave you the same time frame, then you should be aiming to have each module done by a week, right?
Yes.
5 weeks for 5 modules. Agreed? So when you are trying to put a map together, by the end of week 1, how much percentage of the requirement should you be done with? About 20%,
Yeah.
right? Because this will put you at 100% at the end of 5 weeks. Agreed?
Yes.
That is what you should have in the back of your mind. That is what it means to put a plan together, right? If you don't have this, how can you measure? Are you on track? Are you behind? What the hell is going on, right? Everybody clear? And if by the end of
Yes.
3 weeks, you've only gathered the requirements on 2 modules, are you ahead or are you behind?
Behind the schedule.
You're behind the schedule. Where should you be? You should have completed the requirements gathering on 60%, right? Understood? You got to weigh yourself. Now, of course, this is a estimation, guesstimation, whatever you want to call it, right? But in your mind, you should be thinking about, all right, we have already talked about 4 modules. On the 4, there's still questions on this module open, questions on that module open, questions on that module. You should be continuously looking at where you stand. You understand? Because you don't want to wait till the 5th week to reach out to your PM and say, well, this subject matter expert of ours, he's canceled 2 of my meetings, and haven't even been able to talk to him yet. If I was your PM, I would like bash you, saying, why are you waiting till the 5th week to reach out to me? If that guy was very busy, we should have reached out to the other business project sponsor and found out, is there somebody else that I can get you to talk to? You understand? Line of communication is very important. Transparency is very important. Everybody agree? The sooner you identify the risk, the easier it is to mitigate that risk. The later in the game we find that risk, the more the impact of it will be. Everybody agree? Yes?
Yes.
Being down in a basketball 10 points in the first quarter is very different than being down 10 points in the last 2 minutes of the basketball game. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Right? I got a lot of time to make up those 10 points. But when I'm only got 2 minutes left and I'm down by 10, not a lot of time. Everybody agree? All right.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we will stop here for today. Our goal is to complete 3, 4 tomorrow, maybe even start 5. Okay. Homework assignment number 2 here, which is this sample questionnaire, is at the end of session number 4. So tomorrow we're going to go through 3 and we're going to finish 4. And we're going to try to assign you number 2 also, homework assignment. So you'll have both homework assignments in for this week. Okay. Any questions today, guys? I don't want to start one with just 2 minutes left. Okay. So we'll stop right now. Any other questions, guys?
I sent you the email a little later, so will you please respond back to it?
Who's this? Mayank?
This is Mayank. Yes, yes.
Mayank, I thought you had already given me your email. Why do you not have it?
Last time, did you send something today as well?
Not today. I sent it last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have it.
You have it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember putting your name in there.
Yes.
It's actually right here.
Yeah. Mayank.
See it?
Yes, yes.
You're the first one.
Yeah, I was the first one.
Mr. Mathur.
Yes, yes.
Ali, can you hear me? This is a waste.
Yes, Uwais, go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you, Uwais. Go ahead. Uwais?
So I don't want to keep the class. So I mean, I just had a question because I was having issues in the morning logging into the class, so I joined a little late.
No problem.
So basically, I just missed exactly the verbiage you might have used for what exactly the homework assignment is going to entail.
So you missed the product backlog one? You
Yes.
you have to write 10 user stories for product backlog. Guys, whoever has it, you guys feel free to drop. I'm just going to spend a few minutes with OS and then I'll drop also. So go ahead and you guys drop if you don't have anything else. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Jose, you have another question?
No, sorry. That's okay. Nothing.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
No problem. Yeah, Wes. So Wes, we gotta do 10 user stories. They can be on any application that you want to do, right? And you're gonna be using the product backlog to put the stories together, right? I already closed the
Okay, so
product
10
backlog.
user stories on any
application.
web, any application. Okay.
Yeah, and here is an example. So you can use this example, all right? And you have to fill rows 5 through 14, okay? Each row is a user story, basically a KBR, a key business requirement, but this is in the form of user stories, right? So you got to fill the entire row, and there are 2 samples. Row 3 and row 4 are samples for you to follow the format. Clear?
Got it. Okay.
All right. The key columns, of course, is number C, which is the actual story. As a user of PNC ATM, I would like to deposit cash through any local ATM into my account so that I may not have to go to the branch during branch hours. So this is where the story will go. The who, the what, the why. And the other key one is T, this one. This is where you're going to put all the details that you gathered through the storyboarding process, right? So if you look at the second one, this is where we put all the question and answers that we asked the product owner, right? And well as what we put together for the workflow of the function.
Got it.
That's the 2 main things that you need to really focus on.
Okay. And then the due date on this assignment is going to be
Next.
the next weekend class, right?
Yep, next weekend. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And one more question, Ali.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I noticed that Lisa, the one who sends us the email for the recorded sessions, I was checking through my emails, and the only emails I got from her for the recorded sessions were for the first weekend class that you did. So for the past 2 or 3 other classes, I did not see an email from her.
Yeah, all the recordings are uploaded on the blog, right? Do you have access to the blog?
Oh, so the same blog? The
blog,
link
yeah.
that
If you
she
click
sent?
on the same blog, you'll see the other recordings are loaded up there now.
Oh, so it's like a live edition every time. Okay.
Yeah. Same blog. You should have 1 through 6 there, plus the demo. There should be 7 videos sitting there.
Okay, I didn't access that log once I did the first time around. I thought maybe there would be other emails to follow.
No.
Okay.
all the videos are uploaded to the blog. So this is one side. And once you have access to the blog, it remains with you for over a year plus.
Okay, wonderful, awesome.
All right. You got it, brother.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
No.
Okay.
Anytime, man. Have a good day. I'll see you guys all next, tomorrow, 9
See you
o'clock.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Take care,
Oh,
guys.
by the way, Ali, just to remind everyone, tomorrow the time is changing.
Yep. The
Wow,
clock
thank you.
goes forward or back? 1 ghanta, we're losing a ghanta.
Nah, we're losing an hour. So Abhi, basically, like right now here in Chicago, it's 11. So basically, it'll be 12. for Abhi.
Yeah, correct.
So instead of me
2
Central
2
Time
a.m. 2
joining you
a.m.
at
Suddenly
8.
the clock will be 3 a.m.
Exactly. So like basically, if I was joining a class at 8 a.m. on the weekends, now I'll be joining it at 9.
Yeah. So just make sure you set your alarm on your phone because that the time automatically changes. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good day.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Yeah. Bye bye.